Welcome to Podcasts, recorded live at the Center for Spiritual Living in Portland, Oregon. We have many programs, classes, and workshops developed just for our online audience. To find out more, go to our website at csoportland.org and look under the Online tab. Our mission is to open hearts, ignite minds, and make a difference. If you'd like to support our center and its video podcast, you can donate online at csoportland.org/donate. Allow us to become part of your extended spiritual community. Wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you are most welcome at the Center for Spiritual Living.
Ho, ho, ho. Friends, band, good morning. It's so festive in here. How's everybody doing this morning? Looking all smiley. So let's invite you to stand as you are able, and we'll sing our opening song, Thank You for This Day.
Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day.
This healing,
this healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day.
This beautiful,
this beautiful, this beautiful day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day.
Thank you for my friends.
Thank you for my friends, Spirit, thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit, thank you for my friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day.
This healing,
this healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day.
this beautiful,
This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day.
my friends.
Thank you for my friends, Spirit, thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit, thank you for my friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. Thank you for this day, Spirit.
Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Thank you for being here on what is indeed a beautiful morning. It's a beautiful morning to come together in spiritual community. And of course, that's no fun without all of you. So, both here in the sanctuary and in our virtual community space, thank you for being here. I'm Reverend Bridget McCann. I'm the senior minister and spiritual leader here at Portland Center for Spiritual Living. And if you're new or just kind of checking us out, I've been here a few times, just know that we are a community that embraces all peoples, no matter where you come from, no matter what you've been through, no matter what roads led you here. We are happy and glad to welcome you into our community. We are a spiritual community that teaches spiritual living, as our name would say. What that means is we teach spiritual principles that help us be a more beneficial presence for ourselves, for our families, for our communities, and for our world. I'm going to turn it over now to licensed practitioner Nadine Mahler, who will get us started with some announcements and then lead us into prayer and meditation.
Thank you. Good morning. My name is Nadine Mahler, and my pronouns are she and her. I serve as a licensed spiritual practitioner here, and it is my honor to be with you today. A very special welcome to anyone who may be with us for the first time in person or in our virtual community. And if you're visiting us in person, there are welcome packets on the table in the back of the sanctuary. And the same packet information is available for our global community on our website at cslportland.org under the About Us menu tab. Both contain information about who we are, what we stand for, and how we might serve you. And if you like, you're welcome to ask questions of our minister, Reverend Bridget McCann, in person after the service, or via email through a link on our website. You can also sign up for weekly emails that detail our events, register for classes, and receive a free gift on your birthday. Go to cslportland.org for all this information. And just a quick reminder to please silence your cell phones or other devices if you haven't already done so, as I share today's announcements and we move into the rest of our service. So please note that in today's program, in the meditation section, that meditation has changed and we didn't have time to update the program. So this week's virtual Wednesday meditation will be facilitated by retired practitioner Kathy Batten, titled My Peace I Give to My World. Harmony is the automatic action of spirit manifesting in me. Log on to our website for the Zoom link, and that's Wednesday, December 11th at 6 p.m. The word gift cards are back, so if you're looking for a meaningful gift that creates a sense of expectancy, the word gift cards are an awesome option. Divine wisdom always guides the right word to the right person. They make fun holiday and New Year's gifts for friends and family, and I have to say, my friends and family, a lot of them are not into CSL, but they want those cards. They're available for purchase in the Open Mind bookstore and online. Each card is $3.50. Hey! Supply is limited. We only have 250. Sorry. Winter Solstice Sacred Sound Service is scheduled for Friday, December 20th at 7 p.m. I'm totally off today. In the sanctuary and on Zoom. The winter solstice is the shortest day and longest night of the year in the Northern Hemisphere. Practitioner Sean A.B. Larkin will share his contemplative handpan music for an inward journey as well as uplifting celebration of the winter solstice. Sean will be supported by LaRonda Steele's deep spiritual singing and chanting, and practitioner Catherine Richer will lead us in setting the sacred space with prayer and affirmations. A special Christmas service will be held on Sunday, December 22nd at 11 a.m. at PCSL. LaRonda Steele, Lauri Jones, and the Portland Interfaith Gospel Choir will help us celebrate the season. The annual Golden Bowl service and ceremony will be held on Sunday, December 29th at 11 a.m., and this service will guide you through releasing what no longer serves you and replacing it with the good that will follow you throughout the new year. The Education Department is offering 2 certificated courses beginning in January 2025. The first course is Foundations of Science of Mind. It's an 11-week course. It's on Tuesday nights, starting January 7th, from 6 to 9 p.m. on Zoom. This course presents a new spiritual principle each week and a spiritual practice to support that principle. Reverends Bridget McCann and Marilyn Sprague, with teaching assistants Donna Wallace and Nancy Ashley, will be facilitating the course. The second course is Treatment and Meditation, Spiritual Practices for Daily Living. This is a 10-week course. It's on Thursdays, starting January 9th, from 6 to 9 p.m., again on Zoom. And this class places a strong emphasis on cultivating lifelong habits of meditation and spiritual mind treatment, or affirmative prayer. This course guides students in establishing a solid foundation for a regular meditation practice, empowering them to harness the transformative power of meditation in their daily lives. This will be co-facilitated by Reverend Marilyn Sprague and practitioner emerita Kate Barrett, and myself as teaching assistant. And, it sounds like a lot, 10 weeks and 11 weeks. I could see eyes rolling going, oh my God, I don't know if I have time for this. I'll be honest, these weeks fly by. They go by so fast. And the 3 hours, it ends in a blink of an eye. And when you're done with the course, you're like, oh my God, I want more. I want to know more. It's the most amazing thing. So please sign up for the classes because you really are missing. We have like the best education team. And I encourage you to sign up. I really do. Today, licensed practitioners Donna Wallace and Sandy Liebold are serving on High Watch, holding a sacred container of consciousness in the sanctuary, and for our spiritual community participating virtually. Our special music features Lauri Jones and our Friends Band. And today's message, Rising of the Christ Consciousness, Part 1, Preparing the Way in Darkness, is by Reverend Bridget McCann. And our flowers are courtesy of Diana Ness. So I invite you to sit back and relax, because I know that somewhere between this beautiful spiritual community, the music, the meditation, and the message is exactly what your heart came to receive.
So now is our time to breathe into this space, to be right here, right now, to go inside, be still. I invite you to sing inside. To find my God. I will leave this world as it is, go inside to find my God. I will leave this world as it is, go inside to find my God. I will leave this world as it is, go inside
inside to find my God. I will leave this world as it is, go inside to find my God. Inside there is peace, inside there is joy, inside there is more than enough. Inside there is peace, inside there is joy, inside there is sacred love. I will leave this world as it is, go inside to find my God. I will leave this world as it is, go inside to find my God. Go inside to find my God. Go inside to find my God.
Going inside, there is an energy, a vibration, an intelligence in back of all that is. It is the source, substance, and supply of all creation. It is everywhere, ever expanding, always creating and experiencing life through its creations. I choose to call this one infinite intelligence God. As God is all, in all, as all, I know it is within me and all beings. There is no place where God is not. It is always a presence, never an absence. I accept the unity, oneness, and wholeness of spirit. I allow my consciousness to rise above effects, knowing, intuiting, and accepting that there are no difficulties in spirit. Therefore, there are no difficulties in our lives. As God is always good, I claim my life, our lives, to be good now. I feel the ease and expansion of love in my heart center. As it continues to raise my consciousness, it raises the consciousness of all. Love is all there is. Grateful for this truth, I release my word into the action and activity of the law, knowing that it is done. I allow it to be, I let it be, and together we say, and so it is. So please take this brief moment of silence to breathe deeply into the love that is spirit.
I believe in God and God alone. And sometimes I still try to take control, 'cause I get scared when I can't see the end. And all God wants from me is to let go. The parting waters making a way for me, moving mountains that I can't even see. My prayers are answered before I even speak. All I really need to be is still. I bring my praise before I bring my need, 'cause the light within casts out the dark I see. I rest my heart in God's eternal love, 'cause I have seen
and know the truth in me. The parting waters making a way for me, moving mountains that I can't even see. My prayers are answered before I even speak. All I really need to be is still and know the God within. Be still and know that God, trust that God is moving mountains, whispering to me, oh, hearing my prayers, moving mountains, the parting waters making a way for me, moving mountains that I don't even see. My prayers are answered before I even speak. All I really need to be is still. Be still.
Thank you. Lauri, Ken, Jim, Don, thank you. Thank you, Nadine, for that beautiful opening, that prayer. I don't know why you're laughing. It is beautiful. I feel so centered in my heart now. Thank you. So here we are in December, and the darkest time of the year. And you know, I had to look it up. Many of you know I moved here recently from Denver, so I got curious. You know, the solstice, the winter solstice, it'll be here in a couple weeks, the shortest day of the year. So I looked it up. The shortest day in Portland, Oregon is 40 minutes shorter than the shortest day in Denver. Boy, did I move north. But I'm okay. Those few days of sunshine recently reminded me that there is a sun, which shines 300 days a year in Denver. But I'm so happy to be here, so happy to have moved north to be with you. Yeah, I'll clap for that. And at this darkest time of the year and the solstice soon upon us, of course, it's also the time when we prepare and look forward to Christmas, that day when we celebrate the birth of Jesus of Nazareth, one of the great teachers we've had that's blessed humanity and shown us the way. And, you know, Jesus is often called the light of the world, so I believe it's no accident that Christianity chose December 25th, just after the shortest day of the year, to welcome back the light to show us the way. I'm pretty sure that's no accident. And you know, many consider Jesus to be an avatar. Many in the Hindu faith believe him to be an avatar. He's not from the Hindu faith, but they accept him as one of those beings, those avatars, that not only intellectually knew that they are an incarnation of the one God, not only intellectually knew I and the Spirit am one, but one of those rare individuals who knew it, felt it, experienced it, and lived from it every moment. That's an avatar. And of course, Jesus was not the only one. There is also Krishna and Rama and the Buddha and probably many others that I do not know of. Maybe you guys could name some. I have no doubt that there have been avatars or those who were fully in their Christ consciousness. I'm sure they have been in all peoples throughout all times. In fact, our Muslim friends, it teaches right in the Quran that Allah has sent at least 30,000 prophets to the people, each culture receiving the prophet that is right for them. So maybe we can learn, maybe there have been 30,000 avatars, or those who were fully in touch with their Christ consciousness. And this is a great time to celebrate this Christ consciousness because we are looking forward to Christmas, and it is that darkest time of the year, and we can look forward to the light. And something important to remember as we think of Jesus is he was not the great exception. As I just said, there might have been 30,000 of them, I don't know, but instead he was the great example. He was the way shower, or a way shower. And he taught us that we are also the light of the world, that we and God are one. There is no separation. Which means that each of us is born with the Christ consciousness already in us, because we cannot be anything but. If we are the heart and mind of God, of Spirit made manifest, then of course it's in us. Ernest Holmes wrote, "We must understand that the Christ is not a person, but a principle. As the human gives way to the divine, in all people they become the Christ." So we don't attain Christ consciousness, we reveal it more and more, or we let it rise up and shine in and through us, as us. And so I want to have a two-part series this week and next about just that, the rising of the Christ consciousness. Next week, we'll look at how we shine that light of the Christ consciousness into the world, how we be it in the world. But this week, I want to look at how we prepare the way for it. So how do we do that? How do we prepare the way? Well, because we're celebrating Jesus in a couple weeks, we can learn first from Jesus that we need to enter the darkness. When Jesus was teaching his disciples how to pray, he said, "You should go within, enter into your inner chamber and lock your door and pray to your Father who is in secret," or pray to the Spirit who is in secret. Go to your inner chamber. It's also sometimes translated as go into the closet and lock the door. And he said, there you can lay up for yourselves a treasure in heaven. Well, he had also taught that heaven is within. He had already taught his disciples that each one of us is one with the Spirit. So when you look at all that together, what it means is we must do our work inside of us, in our own chamber. In there, lock the door, go within, lock the door. Do your work to reveal your Christ, to find your heaven and let it out. You know, this idea that we need to go within or do some of our most sacred work in the dark, It's also in many faith traditions. Yes, it's in Christianity, but you can also find it in Native Americans and indigenous peoples. You know, they have inipis or sweat lodges, which are very dark, and kivas, where they do some of their most sacred ceremony. We have more figurative darkness of silent retreats and meditation where we go within to do this work. Catholics have a confessional, which is like a literal closet. And they do close the door and do their inner forgiveness work. But why a closet? Why do we need to be alone and in the dark and in the stillness? Because that's where we build a strong foundation, free of outside influences, free from the material world or the worldly concerns, free of worrying about what other people might think about us, free of our figuring it out mind. The inside is where we can have that kind of freedom to do that kind of work. You know, and if you think about it, many wonderful things have their foundations in the dark. You know, without a root system in the dark soil, there's no tall trees. Without a building foundation dug deep into the earth, there's no home or cathedral or skyscraper. And without our inner work in the dark, there is no light to shine. That's where we build our foundation, is inside us, not out here somewhere. Not asking other people how to do it. We have to do it inside us. And at this time of year, when we're leading up to Christmas, I like to remember what Charles Fillmore taught. Charles Fillmore was a co-founder of Unity. Our beloved Reverend Barb is from Unity, which, by the way, thank you so much for covering last Sunday. Thank you. Unity is very closely aligned with us under the umbrella of New Thought. And Charles Fillmore taught that the true second coming of Christ has nothing to do with Jesus. The true second coming of Christ is when humanity discovers their Christ consciousness and lets that rise. We are the second coming. And the Advent season is meant just for that, to prepare the way for the rising of that Christ consciousness. It's a time to do this kind of work. Ernest Holmes, when speaking about how to reveal the Christ consciousness and what it is, he said, we should never hesitate to say that we know the truth, because we do. For the realization of the unity of God and human is the truth. We simply need a greater realization of this. Now, how are we to get it? Only by penetrating deeper and deeper into our divine nature, pushing further and further back into the infinite. Where are we to do this? There's no place except within that we can do it. And who is to do it for us? Trick question. No one. No one can do it for us. The evolution of the individual, the enlightenment of the soul, the illumination of the spirit can only come to the degree that the individual themselves purposes to let life operate through them. Or as Shinjo Ito put it from one of the Japanese Buddhist traditions, he wrote, what is most important is to go deep into ourselves and discover the loving kindness and the compassion of the Buddha, the awakened nature we all possess. So we must go within. We must enter the darkness to prepare the way. Now you might ask, well, once I'm there, what exactly am I supposed to do? Well, if you want specific instruction, you can take our class starting in January about prayer and meditation. But to kind of prime you for that, you know, we often hear that we're spiritual beings having human experience. And I don't know about you, but man, sometimes it can get real easy to get caught up in the human part and forget about the spiritual being part. So first and foremost, our foundational work in the dark is to commune with that inward spirit, to remember who we are and where we come from. That is the most important work, remembering who we are and where we come from. You know, in Centers for Spiritual Living, we teach that we believe every single person is an individualization of the one spirit. We also teach, we believe that the innermost God and the highestmost God is one God. So daily spiritual practice within meditation, affirmative prayer, reminds us of who we are and where we come from. You know, those steps 1 and 2 of prayer, sometimes that's as far as I get. Because sometimes that's all I need. Step 1 is recognizing and honoring that one divine presence in the world. And step 2 is remembering my union with it. Joe Goldsmith taught that's really all you ever need. If you can do that and be in that consciousness all the time, everything else will flow from that. Jesus had it, the Buddha had it, Krishna had it, but I must admit, I do not always have it. Okay. I have moments where I fully get it. I have moments where I feel it. I have moments where I know it with every fiber of my being. And then I get up out of my meditation chair and I enter the world. So maybe if you're Jesus or Buddha or Krishna, you can stop right here and just go home because that's all you need. But if you're like me, you might need the rest of the inner foundational work in the dark. Next, it's easy to believe that we are not capable of being the Christ consciousness. We have somehow forgotten how magnificent we are, how powerful we are. And here, our foundational work in the dark is to remember that no one of us, no human being, has ever shown up in the world by accident. We are here because of God's intentionality to bring us forth for a purpose and on purpose. And that alone means we are capable, because God thought that we were needed for something. So we can remember that and know we are capable. It's easy to believe that we've lost our light, that it has somehow been extinguished or blown out, perhaps because of feelings of shame about what has been done to us or what we have done. And here, it's important to do our inner foundational work and just remind ourselves that no one, not any one of us, is the worst thing that we have ever done, that we are so much more than that. Nor are we the worst thing that has ever been done to us, which means we cannot blow out our light and neither can anybody else. That light of our Christ consciousness is like one of those trick birthday candles. You can try and try and try to blow it out, but it's just going to keep coming back on because it cannot be extinguished. No matter what we do, no matter what others do to us, it's always there. Sometimes we might think, I'm not up for being that light of the Christ consciousness. I have too much of my own pain. I'm just not up for it. And that's okay. We need to experience our pain. We need to admit it. We need to acknowledge it. And we need to not get stuck in it. At some point, we get to choose to do our healing work. And that is more of that inner foundational work that we do in the darkness. We can choose to be self-aware, to examine our thoughts, our feelings, our attitudes, and our beliefs about ourselves and others in the world. We can choose to ask the simple question, simple but profound question within us, what needs my forgiveness today? It might be ourselves, it might be somebody else. What needs to be healed today? And we can choose to do that. We can choose to let go of the resentment and forgiveness. We can choose to move through the pain and release that pain and to integrate it into our being and to maybe even learn something from it. We can choose to heal. Robert A. Johnson, author of Owning Your Own Shadow, wrote, "Inner work is the effort by which we gain awareness of the deeper layers of consciousness within us and move toward integration of the total self." Inner work requires awareness. It requires commitment. It requires almost daily work. And that's the next point about this inner work that we do, preparing the way. If we want our foundation to be deep and strong, we have to keep doing the work, right? Like all foundations, they need tending, they need care, right? The deeper the roots, the higher or larger the tree, the deeper the foundation, the taller the skyscraper, the deeper our work, the brighter our light. But all of this needs care and attention over a lifetime, right? Roots need water, foundations need drainage. Our souls, our inner chamber needs constant care. If we experience an emotional upset, I have more forgiveness or awareness work to do. If somebody has hurt me in some way, I have more forgiveness work to do. If something in life knocks a blow to my belief system, maybe I have to do more of that communing with the inward spirit to get right again in who I am and where I come from. And one more little bit about foundations. Sometimes they need tension to bear the load of the world. You know, the root system of a tree doesn't hold up the tree without the pressure of the soil around them. Foundations don't hold up tall skyscrapers without the pressure from the earth around them. And sometimes our souls can't be the light we need it to be without those stress and tension-inducing events in our lives. A couple weeks ago, I had the privilege of conducting and presenting the meditation service on the Wednesday night before Thanksgiving. So, of course, it was a gratitude meditation service. And after the meditation, several participants shared how they were so deeply grateful for an event in their life that at the time was very painful and very difficult. But now they realize it's exactly what I needed to grow in that moment. And it's the exact thing that has made me not only stronger, but kinder, more compassionate, more understanding. In other words, it was the tension we need to be that stronger, to have that stronger foundation to shine our light. So sometimes we need the tension. Preparing the way is lifelong work, but it's always worth it. I close with a bit or a passage from Ernest Holmes' Sermon by the Sea, which is perhaps his most powerful and most famous sermon. It ended up being the last sermon he gave because he made his transition sometimes after that. Maybe a part of his soul knew that his time in this earthly plane was coming to an end, and he gave his most powerful sermon. Find me one person who is for something and against nothing, who is redeemed enough not to condemn others out of the burden of his own soul, and I will find another Savior, another Jesus, and an exalted human being. Find me one person who no longer doubts, no longer wavers, but not one with the proclamation of superiority says, "Look at me, I have arrived." No, I will not listen to that. Only that which reveals me to myself can be a message to me. Only that which gives me back to myself can save me. Only that which leads me to the God within myself can reveal God. Our inner work in the dark prepares the way and lets us reclaim our true self, lets us reclaim the Christ consciousness that is already in us so that we can reveal it more and more. That's preparing the way. And when we've done that, we are a messenger. As we reveal it to the world, we are a messenger to others. Not because we're boasting about it, but simply by being the Christ consciousness, which is what we will talk about next week. Let's pray. I invite our practitioner prayer partners and any ministers who are with us to stand and hold this prayer in their consciousness, to lend their consciousness, and to hold this community both here and in our virtual space and all peoples everywhere, to hold them in their consciousness of prayer. In the simple act of breathing, I remember, I feel that oneness. Remembering that there's one breath that breathes all of creation. It's the only thing that ever has happened, is happening now, or ever will happen. So one, so unified, that we couldn't be separated from it if we wanted to. It is the all of who we are. And as Emerson says, we are part and particle of it. And I'm so grateful to remember that truth in this moment, knowing that because that is true, each and every one of us, each and every person who hears my voice is the Christ consciousness. We are the second coming. Every human being who, whatever faith tradition they are, whatever path they walk, whatever culture they're part of, whatever time and space they live in, wherever on the planet is their home. All humans who say, I am the light and I let it shine. We are the Christ consciousness and we are the second coming. So let it shine. And for that, I'm grateful. And knowing it is the truth, it is the truth, it is the truth, I simply let it go and let it be. And so it is.
And so it is.
Thank you, thank you. Oh. So now is time for our sacred offering, that time when we get to share our financial gifts with our community to support it and all the work that we do, to support all the people who are here now, and to make sure we're strong for those who are on their way. In a moment, our ushers will come around with a basket to collect your gifts. There are envelopes in the seat backs if you choose to use those. Or you can go to our website, cslportland.org, and click on Donate, and there are many ways there where you can give as well. So let us accept our offering as a call and response. I bless these sacred gifts.
I bless these sacred gifts.
Given graciously with love.
Given graciously with love.
These gifts bless, heal, and prosper.
These gifts bless, heal, and prosper.
All that they touch.
All that they touch.
In giving, I am grateful to be richly.
In giving, I am grateful to be richly.
Lavishly.
Lavishly.
And abundantly blessed.
And abundantly blessed.
And so it is.
And so it is.
And now our musicians again.
Thank you, Rev Bridget. It's just, as always, the most perfect message at the most perfect time.
Let your soul be your pilot. Let your soul guide you. It'll guide you well. When you're down and they're counting, when your secrets all found out, when your troubles take to mounting, when the map you have leads you to doubt, where there's no information, and the compass turns to nowhere that you know well. Just let your soul be your pilot. Let your soul guide you. It'll guide you well. When the doctor fails to heal you, when no medicine chest can make you well, when no counsel leads to comfort, when there are no more lies they can tell, no more useless information, and the compass spins between heaven and hell. Just let your soul be your pilot. Let your soul guide you. It'll guide you well. And your eyes turn toward the window pane, to the lights upon the hill. The distance seems so strange to you now. The The dark room seems so still. Let your pain be my sorrow. Let your tears be my tears too. Just let your courage be my motto. That the north you find will be true. Oh, when there's no information, and the compass turns to nowhere that you know well. Just let your soul be your pilot. Oh, let your soul guide you. Let your soul guide you. Let your soul guide you upon your way. Upon your way. Upon your way. Just let your soul guide you. Soul guide you along the way. Let your soul guide you along the way. When the doctor fails to heal you, only so many lies they can tell. No more useless information. You gotta trust your soul to guide you. Oh, let your soul guide you. Just let your soul guide you. Let your soul guide you. Yeah, let your soul guide you. Oh, let your soul guide you along the way.
All right. So, Reverend Marilyn, would you like to help me? Okay. So, speaking of classes, we have some class certificates to hand out. All right. How about you stand on this side?
Am I calling you?
Oh, you're calling. You're calling. That's right. You're calling, and I'm handing out. I'm glad one of us knows how we do this.
We can switch.
No. You got it. Go for it.
And this is for the Infinite You as the Universe class that was completed this summer. Kate Barrett, our licensed practitioner emerita, and Ann Forrest Burns from Amazing Grace in Seattle were the instructors.
All right. So if
Okay.
you're here, come on up.
All right, Barbara Lewis, Ann Legato. I think that person. Where's Doc Wilson?
Where's
I
Doc
don't see him
Wilson?
in the house. He's at Camp Cedar Ridge.
He's at camp.
Oh, and one of our licensed practitioners that serves 100% virtually from Honolulu, Hawaii,
Woo!
Donna Grace Wallace. Where is everybody? Douglas Justin Thumer. Nope. Oh, and another licensed practitioner that serves 100% virtually from Georgia, Annette Bolster.
Yeah.
And our recently retired practitioner, Kathleen Batten.
All right.
And another one of our community members that serves 100% virtually, our virtual community, we love you.
Yes.
Luann Klefstedt from Flagstaff, Arizona. Nobody's here today.
I know, but look at all these people.
Well, they're all online. They're all in our virtual spiritual space. So Frances Beasley, and we know that she's finishing up her
Wait,
yoga.
we got one here.
I know. This is Get on the Peace Train, Kathy Ballard.
All right.
Can I share a quick story?
Sure, of
A
course.
quick story.
Okay.
We all know how involved Kathy is with ensuring that we reveal peace. So yesterday, we had 10 volunteers from PCSL supporting an event at Camp Cedar Ridge. It was raining and it was yucky, but everybody was having a great time. Santa arrived and the sun came out and we went, oh, this is our time for the peace dance. And the PCSL volunteers, because Kathy had organized a special with her placards with peace, and Reverend Bridget had designed a dance for us. So we all hoof it all the way up from the dining hall to the top, the very top ridge, and we're getting ourselves together. It so happened that the parents that are leaving with their kids who just saw Santa, we're all lined up with peace. We're spelling out
peace.
I mean, we spelled out peace. And this one woman opened up her window. She goes, "Can I take a picture?" I think they thought that Camp Cedar Ridge coordinated it, that we were having a final message of peace on earth. It was so fun.
It was.
Kathy and Reverend Bridget, thank you.
So next Sunday, if you want, am I on?
Yes.
Rick? Okay. Next Sunday, if you want to get in on the peace dance action, we'll be doing the same thing here with our peace pole here that Kathy donated to this community. So be here next Sunday and you can be part of the peace dance. All right.
It was so fun.
It was.
It was so fun.
Okay, back
Susan Foybach.
All right.
Yay! Yay!
All right,
Congratulations.
Susan, congratulations.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
By the way, the word is already out at Camp Cedar Ridge. Those words have already been distributed. Kat and Bo Hooker. I don't see them. They're not in the house today. And Bill Woods. We had a big class. Where is everybody today? Anyway.
All right.
Awesomeness.
Okay. No, I don't need that. I
Oh,
have
yeah.
this. But I'll let you take this for now.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Couple more quick. I already did the peace dance announcement. We did class certificates. Related to classes, we have several, where's my notes here? We have several young people in our community, some young adults who have graduated from the teen program. Now moving into early adulthood, we call them next geners, and they've expressed an interest in starting their formal education with Science of Mind classes, and we would love to support them with partial scholarships. Because at this age, you know, they're either in college or starting their careers. Maybe they're moving out of home. They think they're gaining, they're building their independence. But we would love to help them financially with partial scholarships for certificated classes here with Portland Center for Spiritual Living. And several of these young people have expressed an interest in starting this educational path and maybe even going on to being practitioners. So if you're able and you want to support these young adults, we welcome your designated gifts to a scholarship fund for them. And you know, this isn't just a gift for them, it's a gift for our community as well. Because you know, very often these young adults, once they graduate teen program, they it can be easy for them to drift away because they feel like there's nothing keeping them connected to us. Well, this is a way to keep them connected and support their spiritual growth, and how wonderful it would be to have some more intergenerational representation in our classes. So if you feel called to support these young adults, we welcome your special gifts just for that scholarship fund, for these partial scholarships. All right, the giving tree, last announcement. You guys did a fantastic job last Sunday. There were, I think, over 50 tags on that tree last Sunday, and we have 5 or 6 left, maybe less than that. So if there's somebody who hasn't grabbed a tag or 2 yet, we invite you to take the last few tags off the tree, go shopping this week, and please bring your gifts back by next Sunday wrapped and with the tag attached. Very important to have the tag attached so we know who it goes to without unwrapping it and figuring out what it is, okay? So there's just a few tags. Let's bring this to completion and bring your gifts next week. Thank you so much for supporting these families. All right. Yeah. For helping Santa, that's right. For helping Santa, we have a room full of elves. All right. I did listen to the talk last week. All right. All right. So now, if you're going through a hard time and you need some of that upliftment, you need some of that inner work, you need to kind of kick it off, know that our practitioners are available for prayer after the service here. We also have an online, a virtual prayer space for those people joining us in our virtual community space. I believe Mark has put the Zoom link for our Zoom prayer room, so you can also have prayer in this moment with a licensed practitioner in the Zoom prayer room. You can also submit a prayer request at the table in the back on one of the cards or online at cslportland.org. All right, let's stand for benediction and call and response. Something wonderful is flowing through me right now.
Something wonderful is flowing through me right now.
It is this thing called life.
It is this thing called life.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my body.
Life is in my body.
And life is in my affairs.
And life is in my affairs.
I think it.
I think it.
I believe it.
I believe it.
I accept it.
I accept it.
I am it.
I am it.
Just the way that I am.
Just the way that I am.
And just the way that I am not.
And just the way that I am not.
And so it is.
And so it is.
Okay.
All right, please join us in our final congregational song.
Blessed always.
Blessed always, blessed always, for the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say amen. Blessed always, blessed always, for the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say amen. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say amen. Rest in God and say amen.
And so it is. Have a blessed day.
We hope you enjoyed today's podcast. If you happen to be in the Portland, Oregon area, we'd love to have you visit in person. The Portland Center for Spiritual Living is located at 6211 Northeast Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. Our inspirational service is at 11 a.m. every Sunday. We also have many programs, classes, and workshops developed just for our online audience. To find out more, go to our website at cslportland.org and look under the Online tab. We have a variety of content dedicated specifically for our podcast listeners. Our mission is to open hearts, ignite minds, and make a difference. If you'd like to support our center and its podcasts, you can donate online at cslportland.org/donate. Our website is also the place to learn more about what's going on at the center or to contact us. Allow us to become part of your extended spiritual community. Wherever you are in your spiritual journey, you are most welcome at the Center for Spiritual Living.